So it's interesting, right? Again, talking to Katy, and you know, very quickly some things have come together here, and you know, we're working together, and you know, doing a lot of family law, which has been kind of an outgrowth of our own personal kind of life journeys that you know, kind of actually brought us together. You know, I've known Katy a long time, and you know, great family, great person, but never close. And then you know, she kind of needed my help, and I needed her help, and we have very unique lives that very few other people have, and just kind of understand things in a way that relative to each other that, I mean, virtually no one else, you know, is going to understand. And you know, you don't know something until you experience it. Really, we all know this, and you know, that kind of brought us together in a pretty cool way, real quick. And you know, she's just an amazing human being. Couldn't do anything without her, and honestly, just it's inspiring, right? If you're around somebody that's just awesome, I mean, it lifts you up. It's uplifting, and it just reminds me, like, be around awesome people, man. You're gonna be better for it, you know. Selfless, caring, loving, kind, compassionate, you know, people. So Katy, you know, has made me better that way. I don't know. I'd like to think maybe I've helped Katy a little bit, maybe made her better in some areas. I don't know. Probably not nearly as much as she's uplifted me, but there's a lot of uplifting going on. And when you have a lot of uplifting going on, all of a sudden you get like a lot, you have an ascension. You know, you have an ascension. And, you know, 1 + 1 = 3, and you got some really cool stuff going on. And one of those things is that, you know, Katy's had this very unique life experience where, you know, she's going through hard stuff, hard for anybody. And when it's difficult, you know, you suffer. It's difficult stuff. You know, I've had my own interesting life path, and I mean, if you can mess it up, I've messed it up. And, you know, the gift of that is that, you know, I've been there, done that. You know, I know what it's like. So really, that goes all the way back to how Katy and I kind of got reconnected. She knew that I had been there and done that, and kind of sought me out to, like, you know, hey, what do you have to say? As somebody that could just very uniquely understand. And since then, you know, shit, I mean, I've been her lawyer, she's been my lawyer. I mean, and we're in this foxhole, you know, fighting this war together, but mostly just doing a lot of really great stuff. And the common denominator is the experience that we have, which is, you know, people that have gone through, in all practical respects, you know, multiple divorce/parenting kind of situations which have, you know, involved the court system. You're not going to find people that have, you know, more experience, really, at least depth-wise, than Katy and I on a personal level. We personally experienced it at that level. And for me, anyway, you know, in a very short period of time, I mean, 4 years ago, I had no idea what the family court system was like, how it worked, what went on down there. I had no reason to know it. And, yeah, you know, and Katy, I think, probably the same way, you know. But very quickly, in a very short period of time, over a period of years, a very intense introduction into this space, and, you know, highly, frankly, contentious, highly litigious. You know, for up to me, sit down and work it out. I know Katy's the same way, but in the end, you know, that has to be a mutual choice, and if it's not, then we are where we are, right? Not my preference. Not my choice. You know, 15 minutes at a table, adult conversation, done. Hundreds of thousands of dollars saved, done. But, you know, that has to be a mutual choice, and I can't do it mutually. So anyway, luckily, Katy in the end could. And it was, I think, in large measure because, to the credit of you know, the other person that had to be mutual in her circumstance, that, I mean, credit, you know, hats off there, you know, to, you know, there's just a lot of respect that is gained by having the humility to recognize that, hey, man, this wasn't what I thought it was, and this isn't serving our kids, so let's sit down and work this out. I mean, mad respect for that. That's a very noble, admirable thing. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of selflessness to be wrong. And I think just, you know, universally, people, that's a human kind of, it crosses cultures. You know, there's respect generated from that. So, you know, respect. But, you know, so we know this space, and we've been there, done that. We know what people need. We know how people feel in their circumstances. Frankly, we know how vulnerable they are. We know how misunderstood they are, because the divorce and the separated paradigm is just so different from the rest of the world. I mean, you can have people that you've been close to for years, and they have like normal two-parent lives, and all of a sudden you have a divorce situation. Everything's changed. And in a way that no matter how much you try and explain that, you know, to normal people, they're just never going to understand. And that's difficult, you know. And here's the reality. It's a matter of physics. It's so difficult for people to come to terms with this, but when you have a divorce or separated situation, when you're not in a two-parent environment, here's the reality by definition. You know, to whatever proportion, you're going to have less. You have less time with your kids. Whether it's 50-50, you have them half the time, whether the other side has them 70% of the time. And what that means is, I mean, it's just, this is a very difficult reality of life. If you have less time with your kids, it makes that time so much more valuable for yourself. But also, it's limiting. I mean, this is just a difficult reality of life. You can do way less if you have less time. If you don't have as much time, whatever else is going to happen, you're going to be able to do less. And things are crowded out. That's a very difficult thing for people to get their head around. But it's physics, it's gravity. You can try and cheat gravity for a long time, but I assure you gravity's going to win. So, but as it relates to the attorney space, right? This is really cool to be in a position to create something new. And, you know, that's really what Katy and I are about, what we're trying to do, and what's actually now already happened. You know, we're in the family court space. We're representing clients that are right now where we once were. And I get the impression, I mean, it seems like, and we're being told that we are a breath of fresh air, and, you know, things like, I mean, I wish you guys had existed a long time ago. And I get that. And the reason that we exist now, and we've decided to exist in this space, is because having gone through this experience ourselves, not once but twice, and having seen what is there, to our remarkable surprise, we both looked at each other and said, damn, like the vacuum cleaner, there's all these vacuum cleaners that are in the marketplace, but you know what's not here? What everybody needs. All right, well, like, let's fill that need. Let's be that vacuum cleaner to these people like us. Let's create, and let's be, from the perspective of like a legal representation, what we would have wanted when we were in their shoes, Katy, Ben. And in that way, like, we can really help a lot of people and save a lot of people a lot of stuff, from heartache to money to damage to kids and families. Why don't we do that? You know, let's do that. Who else is going to do that? Who else has this experience that they can draw upon for the benefit of others? That's what it is. And it's so cool, man. Like, it is really fun. It is really rewarding to get to help people and to craft that product, if you will, that is one of a kind and totally different from anything else in the marketplace. I mean, it's business stupid. I mean, the whole point is, this is an industry where we have incentive structures that create some really bad circumstances. And I mean, here it is. Lawyers don't get paid off peace. I mean, guys, it's pretty basic. I mean, like, you know, we don't need to look. If people make it more complicated than that, it is solely to paper over that naked simplicity. It ain't complicated. Attorneys don't get paid for peace. So, is that the right thing to do? Is it right to be an attorney is part of a system that generates artificial conflict, melodrama, needless, just stupid stuff just to generate, billable hours and a revenue stream. Katy and I don't think so. Katy and I think that what the right thing to do is we're here, to serve clients. And I don't know how to serve clients. Katy doesn't know how to serve clients. Other than to provide the product and the service to them that we would want if we were in their shoes. And we know exactly what that is because we have been in their shoes multiple times, many different ways. And that's what we're doing. And we didn't seek out to create this. We didn't seek out to be in this space. But it just kind of happened organically, and it makes a lot of sense to me, man. So, I don't think, we don't want to be anti anybody else. When we joke around and, we have our opinions about, it's not anti anybody else, it's pro us. Okay? I'm not going to talk about the other vacuum cleaners in the market. I'm not going to talk about this marketplace in general. Here's what we're going to do. Whatever's here, whatever the deal is, we got a new vacuum cleaner, man. Come try it out, is the attitude. And boy, we just put that product on the market and we're going to the office right now and we're gangbusters. And we love our new peeps, man. Is there anything more rewarding than working to help people that we can uniquely help and know how to help because we've been there, done that ourselves personally, not as lawyers, but personally. Also as lawyers. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. I get more joy from that than anything, really. And I know Katy does too. And it's a lot of positivism. It's a lot of uplifting, and it is an ascension. And buddy, right here, right now, no place I would rather be. And if you need help, come see us selfishly because we love helping you, man. We're here for you. Okay? Happy Saturday. Yes.